Here we go. So, getting ready for today's Lunch and Learn. And I'm coming to you live today from Skegness Lunch Group. Yes, you heard it right. Skegness Lunch Group. So I'm just going to do a little bit of setup here before we get going at 12 o'clock. What you'll see behind me is the meeting room. And in fact, you'll also see today's group leader, David O'Brien, busily sorting up on his script. Give us a wave, David. There we go. As we are about to get ready to go ahead with our Lunch and Learn today. Lunch and Learn, of course, happens every 2 weeks at this time, 12 o'clock on a Monday. And I would normally at this point be sharing like crazy, but I haven't got anything else with me today, so I can see, thankfully, Social Media Cowboy comes galloping to my rescue. Todd, if you wouldn't mind sharing this all over the shop for me, that would be absolutely perfect. If you could drop it into the Shire group, that would be good too, because it's been a bit of a morning. We've had Snowmageddon here in the Shire, and I'm still trying to catch up with myself. So, any minute now, I'm going to start going ahead with today's content for Lunch and Learn. As I say, I'm going live from the Skegness Lunch Group today. We've got 22 business owners from the Skegness area coming in to come and join us for their first or second meeting. So there's going to be a great buzz in the room. Any minute now, I'm going to start with the actual formal part of the Lunch and Learn today. So quick top tip, if you are watching live online, get your 40 words sorted at this point, because I'm going to ask you for it in just a minute. And we'll get started in a moment's time. So Lunch and Learn every 2 weeks on a Monday with me, Sheena Wire, and also some of my fabulous full development colleagues, Jen Hines, Graham Todd, Michael Nagels. We're all here to help you get the most out of your networking. You can see behind me here the team are getting ready to start their meeting today, and I'm going to get ready to start this. So good afternoon, I'm Sheena Wyatt from KAPOW, which is your personal branding programme. I'm also a regional leader for networking in the Shire, which means I look after all of the networking groups from Grimsby Breakfast down to Peterborough Breakfast, everything in between, and all the bits of the region that Foreign didn't know what to do with. As well as that, I go ahead and run Lightning Training, which is an international training consultancy. So I wear a lot of hats. We're going to start the 40 words round now. Instead of 40 seconds, any of you can send me up to 40 words as a Facebook comment to introduce yourself. Say hello and let me have a brief pitch about you and your business, which everybody who tunes in live will be able to see. I won't attempt to read them all out, but I'll make a comment on a couple. And remember that anybody who goes back and views this afterwards will also be able to read those comments. So now's your opportunity to go ahead and put in to the comments section of this Facebook Live who you are, where you're from, what you do. So I'll just give you a moment to sort that out, and of course as soon as I do that, everybody in the room's disappeared. Hold on. Who wants to come and do a 40 seconds live? Don't rush. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Hello, I'm Anna the Candle Lady. Welcome to For Networking Skegness and Lunch and Learn. Yay! With Sheena Wyatt. I am Anna Green, the Candle Lady. I sell candles and accessories via home parties. I run a region of 200 people and I absolutely love what I do. So if you like candles, light up your life with Party Light and Anna Green. Woohoo!
We're quiet and retiring here in the Shire, as you can see. Anybody else? Jump in if you want to do a 40 seconds live. No? Right, well, you missed your opportunity. Do a 40 second live. Come on then, come on, David. This is one of our visitors today. So David is going to come ahead and give you a quick 40-second intro. David!
My name is David England and I am the publisher of Inside Skegness magazine. This magazine covers all of Skegness, or we like to think so, through direct deliveries through our distribution team. We hope that this is the solution for networking and promoting your business locally. Thank you.
Cool, good stuff. Thank you, David. See, it's rocking here in the Shire. Okay, so whilst you're all typing in your 40-word intro, I'll just quickly repeat my... Yeah, we all love Skegness. It's very bracing here today. So not only do I run 14 active networking groups here in the Shire, but I also run KAPOW, which is your personal branding programme. I help people find their superhero and put it to work in their business. If you've lost your way, if you've lost your mojo, if you've lost your wow, then you need to talk to me about KAPOW. So now it's time for Lunch and Learn today. Now these programmes are designed to give you useful tips, as you get to learn how to use the 4N network to build your business. We alternate Lunch and Learn with 4 ways to get 4N fit, and what I'm going to do this afternoon is to give you some do's and don'ts. Now, although I can't see you this afternoon, it would be great to know that you're watching. So please do send some comments in here, down there, and throw those emojis at me, all that jazz. and also any questions. If you add your questions into the comments section at the bottom, then I'll be able to go ahead and address those afterwards, although today it will be slightly later than normal because I'm obviously about to go into the Skeggy meeting, so it will be after that. So any questions, lob them in the comments, hit me with those emojis and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do today is to talk to you about some key do's and don'ts when you're networking. And do you know what? I'm really excited about this because these do's and don'ts haven't been written by me. They've not been written by Todd or Jen or Michael. These do's and don'ts have been written by you. This has come in fantastically, brilliantly from our membership. How cool is that? So these are some do's and don'ts from people just like you who are using networking to build their business. Oh, it's brave, brave Sir Daniel, charging to our rescue. Hello, Dan. So here we go. Let's start about talking about some 4N do's. Okay, now all I'm going to do here, you'll just see it in a second, all of these suggestions that are on my script are there from our members. So I'm going to start to read these out. Feel free to comment. We're absolutely cracking on. The first one is plan your 40 seconds. Don't wing it. Okay? Plan your 40 seconds before you get to a meeting. If you're driving to a meeting, if you're in the shower, let's face it, you'll be in the car for at least an hour. You've got plenty of time to practice that 40 seconds and make sure you've got it nailed. Don't wing it. Treat people as you would like to be treated in a meeting. Simple advice. But again, just think about how you felt when you first turned up to a meeting. Make sure that you treat people the same way. Get involved with running a group. That's the third thing. That's the third thing that people talked about when they wanted some do's about getting involved with for networking. And they couldn't be righter. Is that a word? Well, it is now. Righter. So get involved with running a group. If there's not a group at the time of day or the day of the week or whatever it is near you, then have a chat to your area leader and the team about getting one set up. It's really that simple. And being on a team is a great way to grow your business and your reputation within the network. Invite visitors and get them booked in. You see, the cowboy doesn't lie. Best thing he ever did. Invite visitors and get them booked in. I cannot stress how important this is. It's not just team members who can invite people along to a meeting. It's any 4N member. And of course, we reward you if they go ahead to join. But just think about it for a second. If you bring someone along to a meeting, not only do you get to experience that networking meeting with them, but look how well connected it makes you feel. Look at the buzz that's going on here at Skeggy as people are starting. Nathan! Nice poll. That are starting to go ahead and come in. How well connected does that make you look in your local community? So, invite visitors, get them booked in. Please, here we go, I love this. Number 6 from the list of do's. This is like, can you play the top 10 music in your head, you know, the whole pop pickers thing. Bring the right cash for your meeting fee. No prizes for guessing that has come in from team members. Please bring the right cash for your meeting fee. Although the team will have a small float, it's absolutely desperate at 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning or what have you, if the first 10 people that come to your meeting have only got £20 notes. So bring the right cash for your meeting fee. Do your teamies a favour. This is Vicky Head's banner moving under its own accord in the background there. And also coming in from a team member's perspective, cannot tell you how right this is. Please reply promptly when you are asked if you are going to attend the meeting. This drives team members nuts. If you've booked onto their meeting, they need to confirm you are coming. They need to do that for 2 main reasons. One is to make sure that the venue know how many people to expect so that we have some food for you. And the second is so that they can make sure that they have got all your details ready to print out your placeholder and all that kind of thing. If you don't reply, it makes their job so much more difficult. So instead of ignoring that email, ignoring that phone call, please do get back to a team member when they ask you if you're wanting to come along. Quite, okay? They should phone you first and probably leave a voicemail. After they've left you a voicemail, you might well get a text. And if you don't reply after that, we'll send you an email and then you're done. 3 strikes and you're out. So please reply promptly when you're asked to confirm you're coming to a meeting. Same applies if you offer to foresight. We're going to ask you for the title and description of your foresight. We need that to be able to promote your foresight slot. So don't leave them hanging. Go ahead and let them know what your foresight title and description is as soon as you put your hand up to go ahead and foresight at a group. It makes their life so much easier, and it makes it so much easier to be able to promote what you're doing. Here are some more do's for you. Visit your local groups regularly. No TBCs, you see, Todd knows what he's doing. Okay. Visit your local groups regularly. Make it easy for people to find where you are, which then equally makes it easy for them to find you when they want to buy your stuff. So go to your local groups regularly. If you're on a team, don't get stuck into the rut of only going to your own group. Get out there into your network. Use your passport, visit your local groups and also groups outside your local area. Again, all of these 4N do's and don'ts are coming from 4N members just like you, just like me. So here's the next. Do follow up on your one-to-ones. Do recognise that everyone has value. Create the conditions where people want to buy instead of focusing on selling. And that will make your meetings so much more easy to get some traction with people who might just be interested in finding out more about what you do. Look at how you can help people, particularly in your one-to-ones. It's a two-way conversation. It's not a sales pitch. It's an opportunity to get to know people a bit better. Lovely people like Mick, who's just come in here behind me, and Vicky, who's stood next to me. Lovely people like this who can help you do business better. Respond to social media posts about groups that you visit. Be part of the conversation. Start to help create that buzz. Vicky, who's just putting her stuff down here, has just taken over. Come on in, Vicky, say hello.
Hello.
This is the new GL for Woodhall Spa Breakfast Group.
Come to Woodhall Breakfast.
Come to
We're
Woodhall.
wonderful.
Aren't they wonderful at Woodhall? But again, if you've got social media posts out there about your next meeting, about your group, particularly if you're the foresight speaker, get on it. Be part of that conversation. Mick, who's desperately trying to hide, here is also
Good morning.
the
Good
GC
afternoon.
at Boston Lunch.
I am indeed, yeah.
So two great meetings just being represented in the room because they're using their passport, they're making it easy, they're getting out there and helping people to get to network and find out what they do. Great work, guys. Thank you very much. Take the time to get to know people. Chat about non-work related things. This helps people relax around you. It is 50% social after all. If you've got a number one with, or two or three with somebody that you've not met before, don't go straight in there with the whole, do you want 5 minutes or shall I? No, chat. Chat about the weather. Oh boy, could we chat about the weather. Here's Nathan Eves, bless him, he's the area leader for Grantham Lunch and also for, I've forgotten, Newark Breakfast.
I've got number one left if anybody wants to come and join us.
The art of selling, it says back to front. But we've just spent an hour and a bit in the car battling our way here from Sleaford through the snow. In the snow. So again, talk about non-related things. Today I think the opening question in everybody's one-to-one is going to be snow. Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff. Thanks, Nathan. So use all of your membership, online and offline. Make sure that you're getting all of those tools in your 4 networking toolbox. So get out there into the meetings, but also get involved online as well. Talk to your competitors. Now this is a do, this is coming from other members, this is brilliant. Talk to your competitors. You might just be able to work together. You might be able to collaborate. Collaboration is great. So don't discount them. Don't think that because you are, for sake of argument, a utility warehouse distributor, like the wonderful area leader Claire Manning, who is just there, busily getting her meeting all sorted. Talk to them. You might just be able to work something out between you. Be generous with your advice. Create expert status by extending your knowledge. You can do that really easily through your one-to-ones and also through foresighting. And the last do that came in through our members, I love this. Leave time after a meeting to stay and have that extra discussion, to take those one-to-ones further. You might just be missing out on a real opportunity if you're rushing out of the door at 10:02 in the morning, 2:02 in the afternoon, or 8:02 in the evening. So there's some great advice from our 4N members there about things that you should do. Okay? 4N do's. Are you ready? Here now we have some 4N don'ts. This is all bad. Well, no, it's not all bad. This is just advice. So here we go. From our members, these are the things that they advise people not to do. The first is to think that 4N will deliver results on its own. It won't do that. 4N is a platform. It's just part of marketing your business. So when you're thinking about getting the most out of 4N, think about how you can use it as part of your marketing strategy. Please don't play with your phone during the 40-second round. Okay, it's really easy to think that you're being helpful by putting some social media posts up, etc. But when you're the person who's getting up to do the 40 seconds, particularly if you're a first-time visitor, it just looks rude because they don't know what you're doing. So just hold on until after the 40-second round and then start taking some of those social media photos, videos and all that kind of thing. Now here's a real goodie, and I'm surprised this wasn't number one actually in some ways. So this again is coming from team members. Please don't book in and then not turn up. Again, not only does this look bad for the team who have confirmed your place with the venue, so the venue have created or set up or what have you, a meal option for you, It makes that really awkward for the team, but also it makes you look like an utter twonk, because your nameplate will be left on the table. I call it the table of shame, as the person who didn't bother to turn up. Before networking is a networking meeting, it is part of your business. It's a business meeting. So please don't book into a meeting and then just not bother to turn up. Don't look at people with pound notes over their heads. Fastest way to create a really bad environment for you and your business is to look at people only with a view to selling. Get to know them a bit first. Don't dismiss people because of their role, company or business size. You don't know who they might know. And I have a great example in Don't Be a Twonk, absolutely, this week's hashtag is me. I had somebody at a meeting last week who will remain nameless, was a visitor, who was chatting with me in a one-to-one and said, it must be nice for you to get out of the house from running your little hobby business. So that little hobby business, you know, the one where I have more blue chip clients than I can count on the fingers of both hands, that one. So don't dismiss people because of their role, their company or their business size. You don't know who they know, and that conversation might be the thing that takes your business to the next step. Another big one from me, please don't spam email the group after a meeting. You're not going to be able to do that when the whole GDPR malarkey comes into play. Just don't do it. The fact that you've got my business card does not give you the right to put me on your mailing list. Don't be a twonk again. Don't feel threatened by the competition. You're your own person in networking. We are inclusive, not exclusive. We have got several people in the room here today who do the same sort of thing. And they're all working together to grow their businesses. Look at them. Here they all are. All around the room, all over there. So, for example, you saw Anna Green, who's one of my area leaders, do her 40 seconds live to you earlier. She's a Party Light consultant. We've got several Party Light consultants in the region, and they all play nicely together. So don't feel threatened by the competition. Not worth it. Don't deliver a sales pitch during your foresight. Don't make your area or regional leader come and pick you off the stage. This is your opportunity to shine. It's your opportunity to build your expertise and show off as an expert in your field. It should be inspirational, motivational or educational, not a sales pitch. So please don't do that. Here's another don't. Don't go on and 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 on in your 40-second round. It's 40 seconds, it's not 4 minutes. And also don't let anybody else have the ability to contribute during your one-to-one. It's a two-way conversation. Don't monopolise it. Let people have their say as well. Don't say that there is nobody in the room that you can sell to. That's rubbish. I nearly used a bad word. That's rubbish, because you never know who's going to be wanting to buy your stuff. I don't know who in this room might just be ready to find out more about time management, to find out more about personal brand. I don't know unless I have an open mind and talk to them and just get to know them a bit better. Don't wish you were back in the office. Oh my word, how many times do I hear, oh yeah, well I don't have time for that, I run a business. So do I. Networking is part of running your business. Make it part of running your business and you'll get much more out of it. Don't just sell. It might work once, but it doesn't help to build a relationship. Remember that what we're about through 4 Networking is giving you the opportunity to meet, like, know and trust people. So you also need to be part of that particular environment and conversation. Don't expect instant results. You've got to put some time in. And don't chunter. I love that word. I didn't put this one in, but I love that word. Don't chunter, it says here, about not having enough lunch, breakfast or evening opportunities to network. You have the power to change that. Talk to your area leader about setting up groups that suit you. So the next time that you're looking at your Facebook thread or what have you, and you're thinking, oh great, you know, I'd love to go and network in Lincoln, but they only network at breakfast, that doesn't work for me. Talk to the area leader and find out what you can do to make that change and make that happen. So that leads me nicely on to another don't that comes from your membership. Please don't underestimate the efforts that a group team put into running successful networking events for you. Look at what's going on here at Skegness Lunch. This doesn't happen by magic. This is all because a team work hard to put this together for you. Don't have a preconceived idea about how this works. Come with an open mind and check it out. Don't turn up once in a blue moon and expect people to remember you. It won't happen. If you're not in the room, people aren't going to wait for you to be in the room next time. They are going to buy from somebody else. So if you want people to know where you are, get out into the network, go to your meetings. Don't complain about low numbers at meetings. You also have the power to change that. And I'm going to add something in there as well. Not only is it really just not good form to complain about low numbers, it's also not great form to complain about seeing the same people all the time. You have the power to change that too. Invite your contacts, bring them along, show how well connected you are, and change it. Don't agree to put a fine in the charity pot and slope off without doing it. That's just not cricket. And don't whinge. It's the last one on this list. Just there. Don't whinge. If you have a problem, talk to team members about it. They'll help if they can. In fact, we're pretty good like that at helping people out. So in a nutshell, they, from our membership, are indeed the do's and don'ts that your fellow 4M members want to share with you to help you get the most out of your networking. Now, what I will do is, when I get back from Skegness Lunch, I will also make sure that I add these do's and don'ts into the comments in some way or another. I might pop a file in there so that you can go back and look at them, because this is good stuff. This is all from your fellow members. The 4M Bible, I love it. Okay. This is all stuff that other people are feeding back to you so you can get more out of your networking. Now, normally at this point I would extend a little bit more, but this meeting here at Skegness is getting ready to rock and roll, and so I need to go and put my regional leader hat on and help this fantastic team run a fantastic meeting. It's Monday lunchtime. We've got 3 inches of snow, and we have 22 business owners here in Skegness, yes, Skegness, all ready to start growing their business, all ready to start making new contacts, new connections. You can be part of that too. Follow those do's and don'ts, think about how you can get most out of your networking, and think about how you can make full networking part of how you market your business. So thank you for watching. It's great to see some people interacting here today. Todd, I love you and your emoji action. Bless you. Thank you so much. So nice not to be talking to myself. And I'll reply to any questions that you might have in this feed after Skegness Lunch today. Have I mentioned that I'm live from Skegness Lunch? Lunch and Learn, coming to you live from the seaside. So, the next Lunch and Learn is in 2 weeks' time, so make sure you don't miss that. On Monday coming, you will have your 4 ways to get 4M fit. Don't miss that either. Also, don't miss Michael Nagels on Friday at 4 o'clock with the weekly roundup. He'll have a mix of news, announcements and waffling nonsense, it says here in the script. So don't miss it. 4 o'clock, it's great. Great way to finish your week. Go ahead and watch that. And on Saturday, of course, at 8:30 in the morning, we have the usual 4N TV opportunity where you can get some great foresight content from your fellow 4N members. So that's it. That's Lunch and Learn for today, coming at you, like Cleopatra, from Skegness Lunch Group live at the seaside. And I'm Sheena Wyatt. I'm the regional leader for the Shire. The Shire is on fire. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, guys.